yes. Today let's try to understand what is a virtual function in C++. See, we have been discussing in our earlier videos that any C++ program begins with a class. Let's say we have a class called father and another class called son, or I would rather call it child, and let's say I am inheriting the public properties of the father into this, and let's say, as we discussed earlier, there is a constructor here, there is another constructor here where you can define the father function, and here you can define a child function. So similarly, let's say you have also a member function which let's call it as void print, and let's say this function is there in both the places. Now when the function of the same type exists in both the father and child classes, whenever we create whenever you create a main function in which when we call let's say father f is object, then you say f dot print, it will always print whatever is there inside this. Let's say cout, I call this father print. Okay, the same way, had I called, instead of father f, had I called child c, then I call c print, then it would always execute so called the child print. That means here, suppose there was a function cout child print, so this line would be executed, this line would be executed. This is a child print will come here, father print will come, because this you are printing from the object of the father, here object of the child. Now take of a case in which, let things more complicated. Let us consider the case of a main function in which I have created a pointer to father as p, and I have also created child c. Now p is initialized with ampersand of c. That means it is a father type of a, p is a father type, but you are assigning to a child object. Now if I say p print, what would it print? It will naturally look for what, though it is a child c is initialized, it is looking for the pointer is of type father, so it will print from this side, from the father side. So father print will come. Now suppose I want the child print to be printed whenever we create a child object. In this particular case, suppose you want this line to be executed, then we can write here virtual void print. That means it won't print from the child only, though the pointer is of type father. It would print this part, it won't print this. So this is the basic concept of virtual function, and the applications and other things we'll discuss later. But now we can see how this is practically done. Let us take an example. Like we have been doing, open the Borland DVC++, and I am going to create a new program so that it will be more clearer to you. Here you can see these two lines are here. After that, let's say you have created a father class here. You have created, let's say, father class, and it has got a simple void print function, and you also created a child class like I discussed earlier. Now in the main, let's create a main function in which we are going to call, let us say, let us call simply, we can simply call and print, let's say, father f after that I say father print. Now when I say father print, what is going to print is very clear to you. That is, I'm going to save this program first, then it will naturally print from the father class because it's a father type. Now if instead of this it was a, let's say it was a child type, child of, then it would have printed from the child, say printing from child class. Now take up the case that you have a father type of pointer, let's say father star ptr, then I say ptr is equal to address of f child. Child has been assigned to this pointer, and after I am saying then ptr this print, when I say, will it print the child from child or from the father? Because it's a type father, since it's of type father, and suppose there was no any virtual here, so it would naturally print from father. See, father class it's printing because this is of type father, father star ptr, but is assigned with a child object. That is a beauty. Now I would like it to the child object to be printed. I want it to be printed from here because I have assigned a child object. In such case, what you can do is you can give here a virtual. The moment you say virtual, it will go and print from the child class. So this is all about the virtual function. See you in the